Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary, and today I'm kicking off a vlog.
I should've told you that I loved you one more time.
So I've decided for the summer, at least, I think I'm gonna vlog during the week or on weekends. So one of my videos a week probably will be a vlog. I'm still probably gonna throw in some themed vlogs and stuff, but they'll probably be like weekend theme or like week-long theme, just because I am going to be working full-time this summer, and so I don't know how much time I'm going to have to film standalone videos, and then this just seems like you're filming already, so you just edit the pieces together and it kind of works. But I wanted to start this off earlier, like before I start working, because I thought it'd be fun to like vlog the May the Force Read With You Readathon. So it's actually May 3rd, it's a Monday. I didn't start over the weekend because I didn't really feel like it. But I have started reading, so let me grab my book. Okay, so I started reading The Damned by Renee, Audie, which is the sequel to The Beautiful, and I'm doing this for, I think, Force Spirit, I believe is the prompt name, and it's to read a book with paranormal aspects. This has vampires in it. I'm like 60 pages into it, I want to say. Yeah, I'm 63 pages into it, and there's already way more vampires and like paranormal stuff than there was at all in the first book. The first book, I've heard a lot of people complain that it's not very vampire heavy or like paranormal aspect heavy. It's very much like laying groundwork for characters and for things that are going to happen, I think, which is interesting. I enjoyed the first book a lot, but like as soon as you open the second book, it's all very like vampires and other stuff, and you're like getting more information on stuff that I think was like hinted at but not really disclosed in the first book, if that makes sense. But it's also, so far, 60 pages in, has only followed two of the characters, Odette and Bastion. So it hasn't followed Celine at all, who is the protagonist of the first book. But I mean, I know they keep talking about her, sort of, but she hasn't been featured yet, which I'm interested to see how that goes. But I'm liking this so far. And then I did get the audiobook for An Ember in the Ashes by Sabatihir, and I'm listening to that because I don't know, I was worried I would get FOMO, and so like I'm in the Discord, that way I can talk about the group read with other people as they read it, and I just like, it's a book that I want to read anyways. Like it would be one thing if the group read was a book that I like had no interest in reading, in a series that I had no interest in reading, but it's a series I want to read. I've heard really good things about it. I think I'll like it. I don't really know what it's about, like plot-wise, but I'm 2 chapters in on the audiobook. I started it while I walked my dogs this morning, and from what I understand, it's set in this fantasy world. And there's this girl, and since I'm listening to it, I'm not going to remember their names, so sorry about that. I think the guy is Elias, but I could be wrong with that. But anyways, there's this girl, and her family is part of like the scholars, and they were, from what I understand, it's like where in this fantasy world all the universities used to be, but now that the marshals are in power, everything is like you can't teach people to read unless they're at a certain class, and like it's like books are illegal. Again, from what I understand, there's like all sorts of things about like knowledge is pretty much banned. And so, and her people are being enslaved and killed if they are trying to carry on their way of life, which is like learning, teaching, etc. So at the very beginning of the book, she finds out that her brother snuck into the marshals, which are like it's like a militarized dictatorship. And he snuck in and found out how they make weapons, because apparently I think they use magic. I don't really know, but they make weapons in a way that like destroy regular metal. The way they do their metal work is different. And so then the marshals are after her family, and you know that her parents and her sister already have been killed by them, so they live with their grandparents, and she and her brother have to sneak out of their house and run away because he has this book that tells him how to make. He wrote down and like drew pictures of how to make the weapons, I think. And if you've read this book and I'm like describing this completely wrong, then I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna look up the plot right now. But then we also follow a guy who is one of the marshals, and he's training to be like a masked soldier, which is like their biggest assassin, I think. But he doesn't want to do it anymore, and so he's got some backstory, I'm sure, but he is planning to desert the marshals. That's where I'm at. I don't really know what else is going to happen, but I'm interested. I'm liking it so far. The other big thing I want to do this week is read Amari and the Night Brothers. So I want to finish this so I can pick that up. That's like sort of priority number 1, but I did want to vlog my experience reading that. And so I started this over the weekend, and I thought I would get farther in it than I did. So I'm going to have to finish that probably today and tomorrow, and then pick up Amari and the Night Brothers on Wednesday, I'm hoping. I went and got my second vaccine today. So, let's see if we can do this. I'm all vaccinated. Very exciting. In 2 weeks, I'll be like fully vaccinated, and that'll be great. I got the Pfizer. I'll let you know during this vlog if I have any symptoms. Because I guess it's just interesting. I don't know. Where I live, the vaccine's available to everyone now. So I feel like most people are partially, if not fully vaccinated at this point, but it didn't hurt to get either shot. I had no symptoms during the first shot, so we'll see if I have any symptoms during the second shot. Oh, and I also went to the library, so I'll do a little mini book haul for you. In addition to the books that I picked up for my TBR game, I'll link my TBR video somewhere so you can watch that if you care about what I'm going to be reading this month. I requested these books. Well, one of them I requested to fulfill a prompt for my TBR game, but it didn't come in time, and I didn't want to like wait in case it wasn't going to come in time. But that's 2010 Odyssey 2 by Arthur C. Clarke. If you're new here, 2001: A Space Odyssey is one of my all-time favorite books, and it was one of my favorite books that I read last year. I absolutely loved it. So I'm really, look at that picture of him. That's very funny. I'm really excited to read the second one of this, but I was going to use this for the prompt, a book set in the past or the future, because at the time this was written, it was set in the future, but now 2010 was obviously, what, 11 years ago? Which is part of what makes the series so funny to me, I think, is that it's like, wow, look where he thought we'd be and look where we are.
Oh, this is insanely embarrassing.
Okay, so if I decide that I'm not feeling Wanderers, because it's huge, it's a brick, I might swap this out for it. I haven't fully decided yet, but I do want to read that. I want to read Wanderers as well, so I'm hoping to be able to get to both, but we'll see. And then I found out that Netflix is releasing an adaptation of The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn in May, and I like to do those videos where I read the book and then watch a movie and then talk about the adaptation. So I think I'm going to do that with this, which means I need to read this. Probably this will be next week, I'm thinking. I don't think I'm going to read it this week. And then I haven't decided, but I don't know if I'm going to do it as a standalone video or if I'm just going to vlog myself reading this book and then also vlog watching the show, watching the movie, and just giving my like initial thoughts of the movie and then like a comparison. I don't really know. Let me know if you have a preference for how I do that, although at the time that this vlog goes up, I might have already filmed it. I don't know when anything is happening. But that's it. That's my little book haul. I went and picked up the 2 books that my holds came in on. So yes, I think I'm gonna go. Actually, I have a couple other things to do today. I need to return a dress that I bought from ASOS. I went to my friend's wedding on Saturday, and I ordered a dress online, and I ordered 2 sizes of the same dress because I didn't know if it would fit me. And then I decided that I had to keep the larger size until I knew on the day of the wedding that I was going to fit into the smaller size, just because, I don't know, I feel like my body retains water at different times and I like bloat and different things happen, so I was like, just in case this doesn't fit anymore, we have to keep this other one. So now today's the last day that I can return it for a refund, which is what I would like to do. And low-key, I wish I could return both the dresses because I don't really foresee myself re-wearing the other dress, or the dress I wore on Saturday anytime soon. But I guess I'm gonna keep it just in case, I don't know. I need to do that, I need to do dishes, I need to do laundry, and then I think I'm good. But I'll check in with you later.
That was one of the issues I had. I was like, girlfriend, it's been 300 years, you've been on a while. But I don't know, it was just like that, and like she was like perpetually homeless because she can't like, you know.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was like really like.
Hello, it is Wednesday. I already filmed this update yesterday, sort of. I'm gonna update you on my reading. It's Wednesday afternoon, I just had lunch. But I filmed a little bit of an update yesterday, but I think I'm gonna trash the clip because I did not feel good yesterday. So I didn't sleep well on Monday night after getting my COVID vaccine. I felt pretty like shaky. I had a fever, I had the chills Monday night, and then Tuesday I still felt like really groggy from not sleeping well. And then today I feel a little bit better. Obviously my throat is kind of scratchy. I don't know. My partner also got his second dose and he doesn't seem to be having the same issues as I am, but he did get a little feverish in the middle of the night last night. But he said he felt better this morning, but I don't know, he might just be downplaying it because that's something that sounds like he would do. But anyways, I wanted to update you that I finished The Damned. So I'm now officially a Jedi youngling. Sorry, I'm such a mess. This vlog is going to be a really interesting experience. I'm a Jedi youngling, which is great. I enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I will say, if you read The Beautiful and you were disappointed by the lack of vampires and fantastical elements, this book has a lot more in it. It's pretty info dumpy in the beginning, but I don't mind that in books. And it's YA, so I kind of expect to be told. And you're getting it through the lens. It's like the trope where the character whose point of view you're from is learning about a lot of things for the first time. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I picked up The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn, which I'm not reading for the May the 4th be with you. May the Force read with you. Readathon, that's what it's called. But I did want to do an adaptation review. I think I mentioned in my library haul. So I'm going to do that with this, but I'm about halfway. I've reached the halfway point. The white mark is where I want to get to by tonight. And I'm doing some reading sprints later, so that shouldn't be an issue. The green is obviously where I am right now. I'm at the halfway point, and this follows a woman who is agoraphobic, and she's kind of an alcoholic. So it's got like the amnesia trope where she sees things, but also she's taking like a regimen of medication, and one of the side effects of her medication is hallucinations. So you don't know if what she's seeing is really happening, and she watches, like spies on her neighbors a little bit. That's why she's like the woman in the window. And she thinks she sees one of her neighbors, or she does see rather, one of her neighbors get stabbed. And she's trying to figure out now, or the reader is trying to figure out, like, did she hallucinate it? Did this really happen? Like, what's going on? So this is really good. I know a lot of people are like tired of the amnesia trope. Like Girl on the Train is a similar type of thing where the woman's an alcoholic, so you don't know if what she's saying is true or not. I didn't read Girl on the Train. I watched the movie. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. The other thing I will say about this is I'm really enjoying it. I feel really like intrigued, but also I feel like there's enough breadcrumbs to where, and I could be being led astray, but I think I know sort of a few things that are going to happen. And so I'm hoping I'm right. I like predicting the ending of books, and I don't really know the ending, but I think there's a couple of puzzle pieces that I'm pretty sure I'm right about. But again, I don't know. So it's the type of thing where like I hope that I'm getting things right. Also, I don't know. I just feel like I'm the type of reader who thinks what's fun to me about mysteries and mystery thrillers is figuring it out. What's fun for me is not like necessarily the biggest twists. So I know some people want to be thrown for a loop. I think at a certain point, I think some twists can be really well done and you can be like, oh my God, I see where that was coming from. But other twists, I'm like, okay, but where did you give any hint that that was what was going to happen? Because I didn't pick up on it. And like, I feel like a twist that's so far out of left field that it didn't even enter the realm of possibility until the author said it, isn't a very good twist, in my opinion. It's not the kind of twist that I like. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this one. But I am hoping to finish this tomorrow. And then, like I said, I will start Amari and the Night Brothers. I have a bookmark halfway through here because I figured out that in order to finish my TBR, in May, with all the books that I want to read, I need to read 150 pages each night. So, I was just mapping out where I would be on Saturday if I did that. But that might be kind of weird. I don't know if other people do that. But that's like something that I do to keep my goals. And to be honest, I'm probably about 200 pages ahead of schedule, which is perfect because I'm going to visit my parents this weekend for Mother's Day, and then I'm moving next weekend. So I don't think I'm going to get a lot of reading done because I'm going to be on the move doing other things. So, and then I'm going to be working, and who knows how much I'm going to be able to read each night when I'm working 40 hours a week. But that's that on that. What else was I going to say? Oh, I'm also listening to An Ember in the Ashes, which I think I mentioned. I'm about 30% in, I want to say. It's pretty good so far. I don't know if I've mentioned what it's about. I think I have. But you follow two perspectives, Elias and Leia. Leia is like a slave girl. Elias is like the grandson of like a military guy, and so he's at this military school, and his mom is like the only person in this elite rank, or the only female in this elite rank of like military people, called the masks, I think, because they have these silver masks that like mold to their faces. So there are fantasy elements in this. And then Leia is a spy, and her brother was taken by, what's it called? Like the marshals, which are like the elite class, and she's a scholar, which is like the slave class, basically. And so her brother was taken, and she had to find the rebellion, and she's working with the rebellion as a spy in the other perspective's mom's, like, as his mom's slave. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm very good at explaining this book. It's good so far. I'm liking it. I think I mentioned this as well. I've heard there's like a love square, and I've already figured out who all the parts in the love square are, so I'm interested to see how that plays out, but also I'm like kind of hesitant to be like excited about it because I don't usually like love squares. But that's it. That's all I have to say now. This has been a really long update. I'm gonna go read more of this. I do have an exam tomorrow, so I do need to study some more for that. But I think Ginger Snapped Reads, Amanda's channel. I think she's doing reading sprints tonight. Someone is doing reading sprints because I have them saved to my watch later. But I also did reading sprints last night, which was super helpful. And then I did reading sprints on Monday night. So I've been doing a lot of sprints lately, which is good. I love reading sprints. Let me know down below. Do you guys like reading sprints? I watched a couple booktubers did like a discussion about like old booktube versus new booktube. I guess they'd been on booktube for a while. I'm very new, so I don't know. But they were talking about how reading sprints have become a really big thing in the past like year, probably because of the pandemic is going to be my guess. But they were both talking about how like they don't like reading sprints very much, I think. But I really do. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about reading sprints? Do you participate in them? Do you think they're stupid? I would love to hear about it. Yes, I'm going to go read some more and I'll catch up with you later.
I'm a little too much, don't really know why. I can be a liar, but you don't seem to mind. Baby, you're so different, 'cause others wouldn't even try. Nobody ever took the time. I get way too in my head about everything I do.
So I wanted to give you an update while I eat my, I think it's after 12. So this is like less breakfast and more like lunch, but I'm not hungry, so I don't want to eat anything heavier than this. Anyways, if I still sound congested, I still am congested. So that's why. And at this point, I'm not sure if it's allergies or if it's still like residual COVID vaccine stuff. But I did just want to update you that I finished The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn, and I gave this 5 stars. I thought this was incredible, and I've read some less positive reviews of it than I had, just to understand why some people didn't seem to like this. And it does use, obviously, the alcohol-induced amnesia trope, which I know people are, like, tired of. I don't mind it. I guess I haven't read that. I think this is the only book I've read that has that trope. I don't read a lot of thrillers, so I think that's probably why it didn't bother me. I didn't really even notice it. I noticed it, obviously, it's, like, the whole thing, but, like, it didn't feel overdone to me, or like tired, I guess. But I understand that people who read a lot of thrillers probably have seen that trope a lot. The other thing, I mentioned in my last update that there were certain things that were happening that I was like, I'm pretty sure I know where this is going, and I was right. So if you don't like to know things before they happen, maybe not for you. That's the other thing I saw. I saw some people say that this was predictable, and that might be because it relies on tropes. I don't really know, because again, I don't read a lot of thrillers, but I mentioned this in my last update as well. I like that. I like being able to read a book and being able to pick up clues alongside the character, or even when the character doesn't get it. I like when the author leaves a breadcrumbs.
Because otherwise I feel like I like a twist, but I feel like the twist has to make sense. And I think sometimes the twists are so out there that it's like, okay, but how would I have ever known that that was going to happen? And I know some people prefer that, but I don't like that. So I really loved this book, and I'm really excited to watch the Netflix adaptation. So at some point I will probably do a video comparing the book to the film. I just wanted to say that I really, really enjoyed this. And then I'm reading Amari and the Night Brothers. Again, this is where I am. This is where I'm trying to be. I only read like 40 pages yesterday, so I did not read the amount of pages that I was supposed to, but I think I mentioned this already in this vlog as well. I've been reading way more than the amount of pages I was supposed to read every day. Like, this was supposed to take me 3 days to finish, and I finished it in a day and a half. So I'm just reading a lot more. I'm reading a lot more than I anticipated myself reading, so that's good. So I don't feel like stressed out that I haven't read all of this. So far, I'm loving this. It's about Amari, who is a young black girl who, at the very beginning of the book, she is in the principal's office at her prep school because she has a scholarship to go to an elite school in Atlanta. And she's in the principal's office because she pushed another girl, and her brother has gone missing. And the reason she pushed the girl is because the girl said that her brother was dead, which obviously is upsetting to a child. But she just had her scholarship potentially revoked from that school, so she might not be able to go there anymore. And she's got a single mom, and her brother obviously is missing. And the last thing they knew about him is that he worked for this he got a job right out of high school with this mysterious company, and he's been sending money back home, but they don't know like what he's been doing. And then Amari gets this briefcase in her closet that is beeping, and she opens it up, and it's from her brother, or from the organization that her brother worked for on her brother's behalf. And she gets invited to go to this summer camp where her brother used to go growing up, and it's about the supernatural world amongst humans. So it's really fun. I'm really enjoying this. And I am hoping to get a good chunk of it read today. The other thing that happened yesterday, so yesterday I didn't vlog at all because I had to do my last final, which went well. So I'm done with school officially. And the other thing that happened yesterday is I called my mom, and I was talking to her about like my symptoms for my COVID vaccine. And she said that she's had a stuffy nose too. And she was like, I just assumed I had allergies. She's like, I think I just have allergies because she hasn't gotten her second dose yet. And I was like, oh, well, I wonder if that's what it is. So I took a Benadryl yesterday afternoon. It was like 4 o'clock. And then Matt wanted to take me out to dinner because I finished my exams. So we went to this pizza place we really like here. If you live in Fayetteville, it's called Marley's. It's off Dixon, really good. I always get the Uptown Veggie. It's my like favorite pizza in the world. So we went there, and I had a beer, and I didn't even think about it. And I swear, I felt like I was blackout drunk after one beer because it mixed with the Benadryl. And we got home at like 8 o'clock last night, and I literally went to bed, and I slept until 8 this morning. So don't mix alcohol and Benadryl is what I learned. But you probably already knew that. I didn't even think about it. Hello, good morning. It's Saturday. Matt just ran out to grab us Taco Bell. He ordered it on his phone, so he's picking it up. But I thought I would take the opportunity to update you on Amari and the Night Brothers. So I am on chapter 24 now, I think. Yes, I just finished chapter 23, so I'm about 24 chapters in, and I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying the writing. I'm really enjoying the like imaginative world that it's in, and I'm like super interested in how the series will progress. I feel like I'm already doing that thing where I'm like, I feel like I kind of know what's going to happen at the end of this book. And so I'm like trying to imagine how this series is going to go. Because I think Amari's like 12 right now. And I would imagine that she'll go to this camp now every summer. And so there'll be a book every summer. I'm hoping. But yes, I'm really enjoying this. I'm hoping to finish this today. That way, I wanted to finish it this weekend. And since tomorrow I'm going to my parents' house for Mother's Day, I wanted to get this book out of the way so that way I don't have to read anything tomorrow. And then I'll just end this vlog sometime tomorrow. But that's where I'm at. Now I'm going to wait for Matt to come home and bring me my food. And then, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, I guess. I just wanted to update you on the reading. It's going really well, and I'm hoping to finish today. Do you want to update on you? Are you being a good boy? Are you being a good boy today? Yeah? You get to go on a walk this morning? Was that fun? Were you a good boy? Yeah. You're a good boy. Hello, I have another mini book haul
because some more of my holds came in at the library. So I just went and picked them up, which was kind of a pain because it's graduation weekend. I live in a college town, in case you didn't know. And it's graduation weekend right now, which means everyone and their mom is over on the side of town that campus is on, and the library is on that side of town. But I got this, which is the Best Damn Answers to Life's Hardest Questions, which I've had on hold for my library since December or November of last year, because this is a book that I requested that they get, and they ordered it, and it just came in. So it's like a flowchart type book. Should be really easy to read. I think I'm going to try to knock this out today. I also don't remember why I wanted to read it. I feel like I heard someone talk about it, but I don't remember who it was. But the other book that I have is The Teleportation Accident, which is another one that I requested that my library buy. And so it's been on hold for me for quite a while. And this is a, it's like historical fiction sci-fi-y, but I think it has like a literary fiction element, because I want to say this was nominated for a Booker or something. It was like longlisted for something. Yeah, it says longlisted for up here. I don't know what it was longlisted for, but I want to say it was the Man Booker Prize. But this is about a guy who like is trying to get laid and can't, and then somehow he teleports himself and like time travels, I think. This sounds kind of funny. It's got very mixed reviews, which I feel like a lot of things that are nominated for Booker Prizes have mixed reviews. But I've heard it's like really clever, but I've also heard it's kind of confusing to follow, and I've also heard people say that it's like kind of pointless. But I'm interested to read this. I don't know if I'm going to get to any of these books this month even, so I might have to return them to the library and get them again. But at my library, if you don't pick up a hold during the hold period, they cancel it, and you can't get your book. You can't request the book or get it from the library for like 16 weeks. So, and then this is the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I haven't read. I don't know why this was on hold for me. I don't remember putting it on hold, and it wasn't on my like holds lists. So I can only assume that I also requested this and they ordered it. Because I was wondering if maybe they had to get it from a different library, but it has our library sticker on it. So this is also like a naked hardback, which is cool. But I'm tempted to see if I can find an ebook of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, because I've heard good things about that and I've wanted to read it anyways, and see if I can read that and then read this in time. Anyways, now I have way too many library books, and so I don't think I'm going to get to read all of them, but I just thought I would show you some more library books that I have at my disposal.
What's there to say? There's nothing but space in between you and I. It's okay that we change, but it feels kinda strange that you're not in my life. You're the only one that saves me when I'm alone. You're the only love that I've ever known. But we turn into a flower that never...
I got some book mail just now. Oh, that probably has my address on it, actually. Got some book mail. It is from Shining Life Press in Silver Springs, Maryland. This is the first book mail I think I've ever gotten, but I already know what it is because I ordered it, which technically I wasn't supposed to, but I made an exception because this is Horizontal Rust by Ned Russin, who is in Title Fight. So that's a band that I really like. And one of my friends requested that I get this and review it and let him know if it's any good. I truly have no idea what this is about, but the back says, "Lucky for me, Wilkes-Barre is boring." Or Wilkes-Barre, perhaps. I don't know. It's Wilkes-Barre. There's nothing on offer here beyond what you'd find anywhere else. Movies, bars, parties, restaurants. Common time-passing activities that afford a baseline of stimulation and escape from the malaise of suburban living. So I don't know what this is about, but it just came out and I'm excited to read it and review it eventually. I think I'm going to try to get to this next month because one of the prompts on the Whatever You Want-a-thon that Maddie from Book Browsing Blog is running, I'll link the announcement video for that down below. One of the prompts is to read an independently published book, and I think this is the only indie book that I have. So yes, I was going to try to find an indie romance or something off Kindle, but now that that's in, I'll just read that. And I just want to briefly wrap up. I finished
The best damn answers to life's hardest questions. I really like the art in here. I'll start with the positives. I think it's cute. I think it's a cute style. It kind of reminds me of a book you would buy at like Urban Outfitters or something. It's not quite like the inappropriate level, but it's like snarky. But I will say, I think this is better aimed at someone older than me. This is a very like millennial book, if you know what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't think I'm like the target demographic for this. And the back says like so damn relatable. I didn't find it that relatable, to be honest with you. But, I mean, if you do, like my thing is like if you have a wooden sign in your house that says but first coffee, or if you know someone with that sign, or who wears t-shirts that say but first coffee, or anybody like that, I really do think that she would like this book. And that's no shade. My sisters, I think, would like this book, so I might get this for my sister for Christmas or something, which is a long way away, but like, it's like that kind of thing. So like, I could see this being enjoyable for certain people. I just don't think I'm that person. So I did end up giving this 2 stars because I did not enjoy reading it. And I almost, I read like the first 3 flowcharts. The first one is, should you wear a bra? Second one is, what do I even do with my life? And the third one is, like, does this need to be looked at? And then I got to should I cook tonight, and I was like, should I DNF this book? But it's only 100 pages. It's really short. I just skimmed through it. And like I said, I really did like the art. So not a total loss, but also not great. But I did also finish Amari and the Night Brothers. So this, I gave 5 stars. I loved this book. I really liked the ending, and it actually surprised me. I did not know where it was going. I think I said earlier that I was pretty sure I could figure out where it was going. I didn't know. I probably could have figured it out, but I did not. So I'm happy about that. I really enjoyed this. And I'm excited to see what the sequels do, because I know that this is the first in a series, and I'm interested to see what else comes. And also, since, like I mentioned, this is set at a summer camp, so I'm interested to see how soon the next book will pick up, or if it will just pick up next summer. But those are the books that I just finished, and I think this might be the last talking clip of this vlog, because like I mentioned, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I finished the book that I wanted to finish, which I'm very, very happy about, but I think I am just going to sign off the vlog here. So if you made it this far, comment down below a ocean creature emoji, so an octopus or whatever fish, whatever you like. I'm looking at a picture from when I was in Hawaii visiting my niece on the wall, and there's an ocean behind me. But that's it. If you made it this far, comment an ocean creature emoji. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more videos from me, please go ahead and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I do post 2 videos every single week on bookish and lifestyle content, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
I should've told you that I loved you one more time.